get out of that car, or I'm going to tase you. How many chances you see you from that? One, I'm going to tase you. Either get out of the car, or I'm going to tase you. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead and face your car, brother.
Is that right? Oh, wow.
What'd you see?
Wow.
What do you see?
The cop's body is completely disconnected. Like, where's the rest of his body? Here and then here. That's crazy. Because you can clearly see that this all has been doctored.
Right.
His body is completely missing here, but then the shadow of it is here. I think they definitely would do it, especially if it came down to them knowing what the outcome of releasing the actual footage would be. I think they definitely would do it. Would doctor the film, would edit the film, do whatever they have to do so that it doesn't look like the officer is in the wrong.
So right here you can see that what's happening, his mouth is still moving even when he's not talking. Even his head is still moving up and down like he's talking, even when he's not talking. Like right in there. His head's still moving up and down. All right there, he's talking, but you don't hear him talking.
One frame next.
I mean, how do you go back forward with that foot going back?
When you go frame by frame, most people would say that it looks like he's kind of getting up and then kind of sitting back and getting back out the car, but he wouldn't be able to do that quickly. If this is shot at 24 or even 30 frames per second, he wouldn't be able to move that fast between frames. When you go one by one, he's out, like 4 frames go by, he's back in, and then he's right back out.
Just due to the fact like how they can manipulate footage like that, and it's just using common sense, period. But at the same old time, when you're dealing like with the law and stuff like this, they got us mentally, if that makes sense. So physically, that can show us acting a fool or us getting out quick or us jumping to react. But mentally, if they play something like this back in court or anything like that, period, I'm like, okay, well, damn, his head sticking out of the car, he jumped back because he seen him figure to probably merge out into him. But stuff like this is hard because they're always on the law side. Citizens, it's like customer service. Citizens are never right. It's always the law that's always right. Then you really have to have some hardcore to be like, oh, well, this officer is in the wrong. Nowadays, we know more of our rights than they do. It's like they go to work, they put on a uniform, they are looking for somebody to f up. It's always like that. This right here, this is a very manipulative footage.
You can see that it looks like it's just sliced all the way across. But these are definitely two separate things because the reflection in the hood doesn't show him, and it barely shows the officer. Like, you can't even see the officer's reflection until he comes back here. Now you can see his head, you can see his upper body, you can even see him here. Like, why did he disappear?
Now the police body is amputated. I see the regular ground, I see his top half of his chest is over here, and I see his legs is over here. And I see the person's body on the other side of the car, and that's just a frame up. That's in a second. Like,
looking at this frame, there's 3 ways that this could make sense. One could be that the video is pushed all the way over, and so that's a normal glitch that happens on a VHS. But if that was the case, then his body should be over here, the car should move, because it looks like it's going like right across there. And so everything should have been moved over. You can definitely tell this is another frame because what's happening here is it looks like a frame from the previous seconds where he was telling him to get out of the car because he's not in front of his car anymore. Like, everything else lines up. It looks like the door didn't move, the car itself didn't move because you can see it's smooth going through here, it's smooth going along there. The only thing that moved is him and the other guy. Like, he must be back in his car in this bottom frame. The only way it would possibly make sense is if it was, sad to say, if it was tampered with, just because the only way you would get that same feed, if the audio cut out for whatever reason, if you unplugged it, if it was taken out in post, when they put it back on the tape, then that's where you would hear that noise from, because nothing's being fed to it, so it's just literally the tape still going. And if you have video, if this was recorded fresh and this is the original joint, if you have video, you should have audio.